Well, Jamie, the IDF has confirmed that there has been airstrikes launched both from the air and also from the sea around central Gaza as they continue to try and move southwards. We understand more reinforcements are now being brought onto the ground to try and push forward with their military goals. We've had updates from the IDF in the past couple of hours saying that they have taken over what they said was Hamas's intelligence headquarters within Khan Yunis. They said during that time they found a number of documents which they said has provided them insights into the militant group's movements and operations within the Gaza Strip. We've also seen footage released by the IDF revealing that they have found a number of large tunnel networks once again within the northern part of Gaza, and they have actually detonated explosives in them to destroy them. And it comes as they say they are continuing to push forward. We've had more reports of heavy firefights between Hamas militants and IDF soldiers, more tanks on the ground involved in some of those battles. And they say they are just continuing to push forward. They are accusing Hamas of using United Nations buildings and places being used by civilians as places where Hamas is hiding out and launching attacks on the IDF, which is why they are saying that civilians are being killed in some of those strikes that they are launching in order to try and target both the Hamas leadership and the fighters on the ground.
And South Africa has initiated proceedings against Israel at the International Court of Justice, saying its operations in Gaza amount to what it calls genocide. Has the Israeli government responded?
They have and responded with very terse language towards Pretoria. They put out a fairly lengthy statement just minutes after the court lodged, when the papers were lodged at the court, they came out with a response. Let me just read some of what they had to say. They say, South Africa's claim has no factual or judicial basis and is a desperate and cheap exploitation of the court. South Africa is collaborating with a terror group that calls for the destruction of the State of Israel. We call on the ICJ and the international community to reject the baseless claims of South Africa out of hand. But that move by authorities in Pretoria has garnered some welcome response, particularly from humanitarian and human rights groups within the West Bank and parts of Palestine. The Palestinian Centre for Human Rights again put out a fairly lengthy statement, but they said, I'll quote here, South Africa's decisive action should serve as more than a wake-up call. It should demand that all other countries rigorously reassess their commitment to international law and human rights.